You're like,
Hello and welcome to Baldwin Co. Shareholders Presentation. We have our team here of Jeffrey Furman, Charles Alley, and me, Chloe Wadsworth. Our mission statement as Baldwin & Co., believing in creating cutting-edge technology to ensure consumer safety while on the road. We have created an array of high-tech sensors for the futuristic automobile industry for self-driving cars. The target market for this product is for high-tech car companies and engineers who produce autonomous cars, and for individuals who find use in advanced spatial awareness technology in road safety. These consumers take safety and technology to the next level. Therefore, the target audience is for tech-savvy individuals who are aged 30 to 55, college-educated, and come from technology, automotive, and engineering backgrounds. Our line of automotive sensors is designed with customer safety in mind. These are state-of-the-art sensors, which use radar sensor to detect other vehicles on the road, as well as pedestrians and other surroundings. When our sensors are connected to the car's computer system, they can navigate the complexities of the road and ensure the safety of the driver and all passengers. The sensor can also monitor the lanes of the road and can send signals to the central computer system to switch lanes and even pull over for gas. Throughout the 7 rounds, as a company, we have faced many challenges as well as pursued many initiatives that proved effective in long and short term. For round 1, the customer accessibility was on the lower side, so we increased our promotions to increase awareness. Additionally, the employee turnover rate was high due to a lack of funds. Round 2, we increased the budget for employee training and retention to decrease the employee turnover rate. We also increased the sales and promotion budgets to increase customer awareness. Round 3, forecasting our inventory was the biggest challenge for our team, but we found new ways to quantify the demand to reduce inventory costs and increase our profits overall. Round 4, we again struggled with forecasting and stocked out on 3 of our 4 products, but because of our finances, we still hit our target cash position and market share for the year. Round 5, we were able to better predict our market share instead of lowballing ourselves and ended up surpassing our hopes for market share, cash position, and stock price. Round 6, we were very close to our competitor Chester as we were using the same approach to the market, but because of our previous strategy, we still have a slight advantage to the market and therefore have a larger market share. Round 7, we struggled more with our assets and leverage, but did excellent in our competitive advantage compared to the other companies and their products. Here we have a bar graph that represents the company sales throughout the last 8 years. As you can see, the sales constantly increased due to our hyper awareness and vigilance to give the market what they wanted when they wanted it. In this scatter plot, we demonstrate our products through the rounds. Baker is a low-tech product and moves less than the other products that are high-tech. As the rounds continued, the ideal spot trended downward in a linear fashion. By the end of the graph, you can see the high-tech products were highlighted and Baker was far behind. This is what the customers wanted and we delivered.
For an analysis of competitive landscape, we have to consider the 5 other companies who are also competing in the same markets. We have the companies Andrews, Chester, Digby, Erie, and Ferris. In business and marketing, analysis of competitive landscape refers to the process of evaluating and understanding the dynamics, strategies, strengths, weaknesses, and market positions of all the other competitors within the specific industry. In our specific industry, we have about 5 things that we have to consider. The first one being the competitor profiles. So some questions we can ask ourselves are, who are our key competitors and what is their market share? The next one being market positioning. How are the other competitors' products positioned? And how do our products compare to theirs in terms of pricing, target market, and budgeting? The strengths and weaknesses. Where are the competitors' advantages and vulnerabilities or their disadvantages? And how can we capitalize on that? The market trends and changes is huge to consider. It's how the market is changing and how we as a company can monitor those changes in customer preferences and keeping our products technologically advanced and produce enough to satisfy customer wants and needs. The last thing that we must consider as a company is strategic insights, overseeing competitive threats, opportunity for differentiation, identifying gaps in the market, and creating better business strategies. At the end of year 7, this was very impressive as our Baldwin company was at the highest market share. As you can see from this pie graph, we are just over a quarter of the market. We hold 26.69% of the whole market. And our two main competitors are the companies Andrews and Chester. And here in this graph, we can see throughout the past 7 years so far, 7 or 8 years, we can see the difference in stock prices. Our company Baldwin is the pink dot, and we can see how we all started in the same spot in 2024. And throughout the past 7 years, we've been able to incline to a stock price of $119.06. And as I mentioned before, we do have our competitors Chester and Andrews. They have been close by, especially in the first couple of rounds. And as we got into year 5, 6, 7, we were really able to take our market share and stock price to the next level. And Chester, we're still above Chester and hold more market share, and we have a greater stock price than them. In this chart, we can see our selected financial statistics, and there are a couple of things that we want to highlight here. The first of which being ROS, return on sales. So we were able to achieve 17.6% in that category. The next item that I'd like to highlight here is our sales. We were able to achieve 170 million, and that was something that we can really capitalize on, and that's really where we got a lot of our income, because as we have more sales, we are able to generate more money and more income and be able to offset those other charges coming out of other expenditures. The next is profit. So our profits were just under 30 million. And compared to the other companies, we were really excelling in that category. And the last highlight is our contribution margin percentage, and that was right around 50%, 50.4%. So that means out of all of the money that we were able to, all the money that we were putting out, we're able to keep 50% of that. So that was something that we really cherished and thought that we did really well on. And one more thing that we want to highlight is that we've actually had no emergency loans in the past 7 years. And that is a big accomplishment, especially for a high-end company in this kind of a market.
In order to project for round 8, we took the product times the recorded price times the predicted forecast. Then all the products were summed up to a total, as in here, 194,376. And then lastly, we took the total forecast and subtracted the average inventory that remains per round, which was around 8%. And this is where we get the final number here. And in order to project the net income for round 8, we took the revenue projection from the last slide, minus the expenses, the R&D, marketing, H&R, the PP&E expenses, and then summing all those up and subtracting it from the forecasted revenue, we get this 37,022.20. And then in order to get the stock price, we use the formula, the number of shares outstanding times the price per share, which is 2,000 times 119.06. And we have to remember that in the financial statements, it's in thousands. So the total is 238,120,000. And then lastly, because we don't have some of the required factors and information to calculate the net change in cash position, we use an Excel function and graph to predict the cash position for round 8. And you can find this number highlighted in green, and that is our projected cash position. We thank you, stakeholders, for your continual support, and we wish you a good day.